Hello, my dears. This is Resilient Lives coming to say hello and to check on you as you prepare to go into the weekend. Another week has flown by, at least in my mind. It has been a busy week, a full week, but they all seem to be busy, even if I'm not accomplishing all that I had planned to do. It seems very busy. And so, how are you doing? Well, hopefully you're thriving, and that's what it's all about. There's so much going on in this world at this particular time, and it's work to maintain our peace, our joy. You know, I went to the Arboretum to get a little refill, and we're looking for ways to keep ourselves grounded. And so hopefully you are too. You are too. So I'm trusting that all of these things that are going on in the world are not impacting you too deeply. You know, we were already stressed with the beginning of the year prior to the pandemic, prior to all of the things that have happened. We were already stressed and dealing with the stresses of jobs and relationships and team goals and all these things. And then the pandemic swept in like a storm, this faceless thing that keeps us on top of our toes because we don't know where it's going to strike, but it's striking everywhere. And then, of course, we have this racism and the systemic racism that is impacting our jobs, and I'm just upset that people are dying, losing their lives, and so we were already stressed, and now studies show that we are triple stressed. So as I come to you on the Thursday Eve, this is just a reminder to be aware of the extra stresses, and remember that someone loves you, someone's looking after you, just as you are for me. And we are virtually looking to give each other that hug and that support that we so desperately need. So here we go again. One new thing that I hadn't even been aware of was Zoom fatigue. And I thought, what is Zoom fatigue? Well, it seems as though everybody is doing Zoom meetings, Zoom exercises, Zoom grief lessons, explorations, Zoom yoga, Zoom. We're just doing things to do what we used to do in person, and now we're Zooming. But I hadn't heard of Zoom fatigue, and it seems as though what is happening is all this Zooming is messing with our brain, and I wouldn't say it's a negative way, but I know that when we get together personally, and we're having a conversation. We're looking at body clues, body language. You know, what's he thinking? How's he sitting? How we're assessing each other. We're doing a mental status examination. Okay, well, how's she looking? How's she sounding? But it seems as though when you're Zooming, there seems to be a lag in the time, and so the brain gets confused because it's taking a while for that lag for when the person speaks or when they act and when the brain can translate it. And that lag is overworking the brain. Just what we need to overwork our brain, huh? So this is just another thing to add to the already long list of things that are stressing us and taking our energy away. So it's just important that we take all these things into consideration and work on that self-care. Work on giving the brain a break, you know. And how do you even do that? Well, some of it we're doing now, you know, but we are supporting each other. But find a cheerleader. Find someone who's going to be your cheerleader and help you is one thought. And a gratitude journal. You know, because sometimes things get so busy that we forget that we have something, at least one or two things that happen during the day, and that'll slow us down. And so just think about, you know, I'm always going for music, but a joke, a good joke. I know it's like, please tell me a joke. Tell me something good. If you know a joke or can think of a joke, something that's going to get you moving. These are ways to deal with those stress, because the stress continues to mount. It's multi-layered, and it's important. It's so important for you to take care of yourself and give your brain a break in your mind, because we're always thinking. We have so many thoughts, we can't even entertain all the thoughts. So if we would just let some of those thoughts be happy thoughts, that would be good. If we can just have some action with some happy thoughts, that's going to be good. So just think, as you get ready to go into this weekend, think about those things that are going to ease up on your brain as we deal with the stresses that has tripled since the pandemic started. And we have the stresses of the meetings and the jobs and doing things that we used to do in a novel way. But they also bring along stress. So again, we're coping with stress, because stress is, I want to say it's the enemy, but you know, some stress is good. So we just want to get that balance between the stress and giving our bodies a break. And I will end with just knowing that happiness is not something that comes to us ready-made. You know, it's something that we have to work for. It's homemade. and often we so used to wanting ready-made, because we don't have time. Just give me some ready-made soup or clothes or salad or something. I don't have the time. But happiness is, it works if it's homemade. And that comes from any of these things: finding a new friend, finding a cheerleader, for yourself, and just taking care of yourself. So I am sending you a little love, a lot of love. Get ready for your weekend. Guard your heart, because there's so much happening that brings sadness to us. And spread a little love yourself. And we will talk again. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.